so that there's, sorry, just won't be enough room for all the accommodation here. I'll grab Mickey and find out. So, actually, I'll just get the name of the child. So, what's your daughter's name? Nottle? Doesn't mean. Oh, hang on, there we are, on a nottle. Yes, here. Yes, but you've got the wrong paper. Oh, that's usually. Yeah, no, look, that's okay. We'll, go and get them. Yeah. I've got plenty of time, so yeah, go. Yeah.
Over here.
Why don't I just walk as far as I can?
to Westfall.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. How you going? Yeah, really good. Oh, you got a bit of a drafty spot there. No, it's been good. Yeah. We've had some wins this year. I wanted to talk to you about our. We've got 3 new subjects in the SACE this year, and Aboriginal languages.
Yes.
And we're trying to. What we've done is, lots of schools say, well, there's no subject, so we haven't got any teachers. Why would you have a teacher? There's no subject. And then, of course, we've been saying for years, well, there's no one to teach this thing. So why would you have, why would you have a subject? So we've broken the cycle of teaching a subject. And we've done languages for background learners. So kids on the land talking about speaking their language. Aboriginal language is a traditional language. What we imagine that to be is so we're going to make it so they can do their own language, so whatever the language they like. And of course, we've got a whole host of cultural protocols in there about, you can't just decide that you're going to do it, you've got to work with your community to make sure that's appropriate. And then we've got a third one, which is kind of revival language, sleeping language, so things like Gardner but we're really, and we knew that when we put them out, we wouldn't get much take on it, because we might be teaching at 12. And I'm really keen to get schools and community thinking about it as an option.
Not all schools replicate.
My attention. Yes, I have one here. I'm Nicola. I don't know.
I can tell you about side issues. What is it? I do. It's a language that survived 50,000 years. It's even like something here down why. It's got concepts of other languages. Did you know that? No, the people don't know, but I do. And I said, why can't these people understand what I'm talking about? I can tell you this example. I can play with strings and show people how it works. They go, we played that at school. It's a kitty cane. Every day we have to do it. We toss the string around. Our people saying that. People don't know these things. Yeah, because what you do, you teach string games. You learn them in 10 minutes and then you take the mystery out, you learn nothing. You just learn a mystery solving and then you throw it away and you think it's worthless. But you know what our people said? What did you use? The way you use it, you could make the difference. See this? And you know what they told you to do? You watch what I do at TV. You can't. I couldn't even do it. But I can tell you the end result. See, I know the beauty of the string and what it does. It's a vehicle to teach you to see this? It's not only that, it teaches you math. Because it teaches you if you do things in order, you'll solve a problem. See, it teaches you multiple steps and people don't get it. They don't know about learning. I mean, there we are in the 21st century. We only know how to teach. Teach gives you quick, easy answers, makes them all lazy people. See, the people don't know the overall. We do. See, because we did it with the we were educated to the we wrestled. We learned the problem.
Yeah.
I can tell you the end result.
That's okay, as long as I know what the...
2 lads in the last 2 years in SACE.
Oh, here it says, then I'm right. So that's good. That's good.
Well, that was what I thought it was.
Yeah, it
2,
does.
one after the other. And some of the girls are doing it. A couple of years ago, 3 girls did it. But see, people don't know the value till you tell them. And I can tell you the concept that I'm talking about. Look at a concept called Lindy.
I don't think so.
Transformation go the next step, sit down and look at concepts. See, this is all in life that you can throw a stick at.
35 or 40 is all right.
So what I'm trying to
I was watching the forecast to do with that.
focus on the way on
See, 'cause you look at it, we did this. I can say this to you. See, the other language you've got to do too, so it doesn't matter. They all got the concepts in there.
I can get it right. I'll show you a Houston thing. Done a few years. Oh, no, this is only my second year. No, the second. Oh, maybe it's the third. I don't remember.
Yeah, you can say, how can you have close eyes at the same time? We have 40, 2 halves of the whole. They have different names, must be cameras.
Yeah, they're cute.
Both halves of the whole. So they're 2 and 1 and different, same time. See how you've got these concepts that are very complicated, and people think it's a simple little thing you're doing. See, now people talk about it. They decided to make the complex simple so people can understand, and they come in, and now you do it as through concept. I don't know.
Can we fix up time to talk with more? Because I want to talk about you with Rockland.
See, because what we're going to do is, see, we're going to gauge all the ball games. I can tell you what, those players can do that. And if we've got kids to do Aboriginal languages, they'd upgrade and everyone will get a shot. Why is that creative? Because you've got to learn people to do things at learning. See, and this is what it does. Involve that, and the concepts come into you, the language, and you pick it up, and you pick it up by doing, and all these other things you've got to do.
Yeah, you've got a language, but you've got a way of thinking about
See, not only that, see, the language teaches you to think in a certain way, and ours the twist. We learn to think twice. You think once. See this? You see, ours is, we got a funny twist to it. See, you know,
Oh, no.
low major twist. See, you know what we have a problem with? A ride. You can't say a ride.
Oh, really?
No. We have to make a set.
Oh, that's awesome.
How's this? Paralika, Kalinga. The Kango Yarra Ending. Now the world in the sky connects to water.
Oh, no,
You
we
see
still
what I'm
got a
getting
bit
at?
of time.
See the complexity
Yeah.
I mean, the language about tuners. You see about yin and yang, it's got good in the whole war game here. You see, people don't know that. You see, they don't even see the first episode of Stalin. I don't think so. See, it's highly educated people live in a philosophical, spiritual life.
You right?
You've got to be highly educated. And look, I can tell you the answer. We get a lot of copies of these and
Where is, I mean, this lovely holiday. So, April
they're
used
in
to work for SACE for now.
they say good. But see, when you take the thing,
So, yeah, so she was, I think, being a little bit sweet.
then they say people like us, blue teachers a bit like, see the complications here? You see, people don't get it. You see, people, when you say it to them, they say, oh, you have to be highly educated. So you have to get your own rules. See, a Gardner got to be educated for 30 years. So if you look at the subjects you have to do, you have to do tracking and cold water, making your own beer, getting your own food. You have to develop your own language, you have to school your languages. People are really funny. No, yeah, the English don't have it. If you're speaking to someone, you've got to speak to them in the language they're talking to. But I get that one when I'm at the sea. I was on a ship for 11 days. Oh, you speak Dutch? I said, no, I just say with eating, right? And he said, oh, really, have some eggs. I said, what? That's why the beauty of that see, you make a mixture, and then they appreciate it. He's in the circle, the conclusion. See, and that's certain beauty of all steps you take. See, we could be on a milestone here if we could get it to work. See how you got to get all the steps in place
So I thought you was it by the stairs? Or not? Yeah. What was in the bed? It was the art. Oh, okay. I thought that was a school. No, it
So you shoot voice on location as well as
See, we know all this, we can watch what you do. See, we make it this one.
it's such a natural. Oh my God.
I'm going to go. But I would like to talk to you some more about that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm going to squeeze past and put some
Coffee. Okay, well, thanks.
Thanks for doing this as well today. Listening to Michelle Barner's belonging and the logistics of
Yeah, good. You all good? Yeah. But inside of the minister, you're not spotted him.
last year he took off somewhere in the
No, that's right. That's why I'm going to grab him.
He's probably over in the
Take his... Yeah, because in here we need history.
We just need and
Susan.
well, Susan knows where it's going. She met us over there last time. She got straight
I'm going to introduce myself, and it's going to be so flattering.
I'm sure that you have got the best tank, everybody in here.
That's right. So
Hi,
Hey, how are you doing? Yeah.
like Julie's stepping up as well.
Happy New Year, everyone. Hi.
Let's go
Sat
see.
in that meeting. Martin. That meeting.
The little family.
No, I don't go because I was going to say you go.
You okay?
Yep, all good. Yeah.
How are you?
Good, everything hands to the wheel at the moment.
They're very working like Christian and all of that crew. Yeah, it's been very good. Very good.
No, they're a good operator.
They are. That's why it looked like we got a little hiccup for one of the like a new set off and they moved it up really
Oh,
quickly.
right on. Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Made the right call, the right person. Yeah, we've been over to camp and practiced and
So which team do you do?
research project, L to Z.
Oh, fantastic.
Because I lived with Green in 2018 with my daughter, so she was project,
Such an amazing thing.
for it.
Yeah.
Just started to prove it, so I was actually better for it. Yeah. The meta-cognition stuff. Our DBC research, Marnie Hughes Warrington, is a metacognition guru. Marnie Hughes Warrington, she's not out at Mawson Lake, she's our head of research for the whole university. That is her field. So she was a systems thinker medalist for Tennyson. She's amazing. She'll blow you out. She's just started with us in January. She came from ANU via Monash. Yeah. She was really good. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah. So 90 Hughes Warrington. Yeah, that is her field.
They always say
Yeah, she was amazing.
Nice to see you too.
Hey, you? Nice to see you somewhere other than Facebook.
Other than Facebook.
She's got systems.
You look like a great holiday, though.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
She's Christmas. You walk out of the meeting with James Brain because she's
London, Paris, and even
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona is here. Places.
I think he's got a bar in Barcelona, hasn't he?
He's got a bar in Barcelona.
Oh, is that right? Oh, well, they only been one or two of those. Sure, we would have gone into his. It'd be one every 10 buildings or so. So we're all set?
Yep. She will.
Must say, yeah. Just rolled up here, thinking, this is a few years ago, it'd be
I came back from India. Came back there.
How's life at Captain?
Big enough break. I was going to go to India and then my
Hassan's going to knock us out there, the IEA partnership, IEA communication.
You paying us lots of money?
That's fine. He very gently said, need to talk to you about the your budget and our scope, which is a nice way of saying how many hours and how much you pay. So what is it about?
Sounds an hour, something like that.
Things have changed.
I've got the former CE that taught me those sorts of things.
Yeah. Don't do anything for nothing. Hopefully, I'll go well. Lovely to see you.
You too.
Yeah, we'll do.
Neil? Just catching up on the
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. A lot happens when you don't see each other between board meetings. Yeah. Good to see you.
But no, she just had some more trouble after the meant to see her now. She probably dozing. Yeah, that's right. I've said to her it's addictive, so
No idea. And then you watch all those stories about that. Captain, I'm my captain. How are you? Oh, good. And you know,
I know, I've been on this man's committee for many years. Joseph
I'm one of the
Panrone, who was
presenters in the cross-disciplinary.
So yes, so Joseph looking after Science Day, I'm looking after Joseph.
well, I'll tell you
Pam's
what to
looking
do.
after the whole thing.
And I'm telling you what to do.
Pam does the MC today.
Excellent.
Oh, it's lovely that you're here in Canberra.
It's my pleasure. I mean, I pushed away whatever I had to do in Canberra, so I wanted to be here. So I'm getting there later.
It allows kids to see that the journey never ends, you know, so it's so powerful to have. And
I know.
read your bio.
I
and I'm
feel I have
thinking,
been in their shoes about 3 days ago.
But you never stop, do
The
you?
last 40 years have really disappeared very quickly. That's the only bad news when you really enjoy what you do.
It is so true because
It just goes.
It does go too fast.
is this part of your speech today? Are you going to give, or are you going
No, that's all right.
Unfortunately, no speech. I don't think they want
I'm
to
going
know.
to give a
from the
half
outside.
an hour speech on his behalf.
it's such a rapidly disruptive world and it's hard to make sense of it.
I seem to play. When they ask me how do you like your work, I say I don't work. I still study. I still enjoy learning something new. So I technically don't work.
Well,
when you choose to go to work and when you have to go to work, isn't it?
Well, that's my first chat when I have as a student to take on a PhD or that really do you want to go to studio because of the amount that money or you really need to have another
And you don't become a scientist for the money. We know that.
That's for sure, but it's not bad telling you living in Europe, different countries, 25 years here, maybe 6 or 7.
No, that's good.
It's not bad.
Not too bad.
Thank you for having me with your MC and the listening.
We better grab our seats. Alright? Hello. I'm Paul. Remember me from last year? Thanks, Sam. I'm just alerting you to the fact that this camera is pointing at the back of your lovely head the whole time. So actually there's a group of people stood here a moment ago. So it's just going to alert you to the fact that you might want to step one way or the other. Yeah. Thank you. No worries. Make it look well.
What do you want to make? tell Hassan? Will you tell him or do you want me to tell him? Yeah. Can you tell him or do you want me to go tell him? No.
to see you. You've done a few in your time. I said to Mickey, she almost like me with lots of associations. I needed to, but it's really easy to do. Yeah, like, because I thought
Sure, okay. So,
Well, good morning, everyone. If you're still standing, could you find your seat? Gives me absolutely great pleasure to welcome you all to the 2020 SACE Merit Award ceremony. My name is Pam Ronan and I'll be your MC for today. And just before we stand to welcome the official party, I do have a couple of housekeeping details for you. First and foremost, could you check your digital device and make sure it's turned off or switched to silent? Secondly, should you need any first aid or other assistance during the ceremony, please go to one of the SACE officials. You'll see they've all got these lovely colourful badges on and are very easy to detect, and they'll be able to provide you with the relevant service and support. And thirdly, if we need to evacuate, just stand by for further instructions. I don't think we will on this beautiful day. As we wait to welcome the official party, we can be very proud of our SACE. It's an internationally recognised certificate, and students who graduate from the South Australian Certificate of Education study at universities all over the world. We're very much a global community, and we can be very proud of our young award recipients here today. I'd like you all to now please stand as we welcome the official party. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Gives me great pleasure now to invite Uncle Lewis O'Brien, the Aboriginal elder of the Gardner people, who is going to provide us with a welcome for country. Please join me in welcoming Uncle Lewis O'Brien.
Marawachanga, Gana Mian and Iwangani, Mani the Bundigani Atana, Naibiriko, Mankalakala, Tandanya, Mianaku, Nature Yungandanya, Nature Yakanandaya, Padni Adlu Wadu. On behalf of the Ghana people, I welcome you all to Ghana country, and I do this ambassador of the Adelaide Plains people. My brothers, my sisters, let's walk together in harmony. Natalia.
Thank you very much, Uncle Lewis. It now gives me great pleasure to welcome Professor Martin Westfall, the Chief Executive of the SACE Board of South Australia. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Pam. Morning, everyone. Your Excellency, the Honourable Hugh Van Lay, Governor of South Australia, and Mrs Lanley, the Honourable John Gardner, Minister of Education, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course our highest achieving students from 2019, welcome to the SACE Merit Ceremony of 2020. Students, today is a celebration of your success. You've worked really hard to achieve your SACE, and it's your success, your personal success. We've seen that through the SACE we have a qualification for everyone, and it allows all students a chance to succeed in whatever pathway they choose. Of course, the SACE is many things, but it's not a competition. It allows every student to shape their own learning and to show us and the world who they are. The SACE is a qualification that's preparing students for life, how to be agile and innovative thinkers, how they can apply their knowledge and solve problems, and how through the SACE they can develop the capabilities and the skills that they need to be successful in the 21st century, to be leaders in the 21st century. I congratulate all students today for your commitment to learning and your resilience. It's no easy feat to complete the SACE, and certainly not to get a merit in amongst that. This is your special day. Please enjoy it. I'd like to invite Miss Jane Danvers, the presiding member of the SACE board, to address us. Please welcome Ms Danvers.
Your Excellency, the Honourable Hugh Van Lay, Governor of South Australia, and Mrs Lay, the Honourable John Gardner, MP Minister for Education, the Honourable Susan Close, leaders and principals from our 3 school sectors, distinguished guests, and absolutely most importantly, all our young people here today with their families and friends. This is a very important day for you all, and we're thrilled to be here to celebrate it with you. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the SACE Merit Ceremony to celebrate the outstanding achievements of the class of 2019, the last class of the last decade, and the future leaders of the new decade. This event is made possible through the generosity of His Excellency, the Governor of South Australia, who has welcomed us into the grounds of Government House today. I thank His Excellency for continuing the 32-year tradition of SACE merit ceremonies taking place on these grounds, and for agreeing to officiate at this event. As presiding member of the SACE Board of South Australia, I'm proud to be associated with this tradition and to see it continue here today. In each of these events' 32 years, young people have emerged from the gates of Government House along a path to become our state's leading lights. And the class of 2019 have achieved something very special. They now have a world-class qualification that will support them to thrive in the world in whatever future career pathway they choose. As Professor Westfall said, the SACE is a special qualification because it caters for everyone. Every student can succeed in whatever pathway they choose, whether it's an academic pathway, a vocational education and training pathway, or a combination of both. If young South Australians are successful, then South Australia will be successful as a state. Because today's SACE graduates gathered here today are going to help drive the economic and cultural growth of our state. They are our future. Today's ceremony recognises student academic achievement in a range of disciplines, and the program reflects the breadth of study available in the SACE, which in turn reflects the diversity of interests and aspirations of all our young people. This celebration of excellence would not be possible without the assistance of many people and organisations that enthusiastically support education in our state. And we're honoured that a number of distinguished guest presenters have accepted our invitation to present merit certificates in each of the learning area marquees today. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank these guest presenters and just provide a brief outline on their very significant contributions. So merit certificates in the arts learning area will be presented by Joel Van Moore, an Australian contemporary artist based in Adelaide. A creative spirit by nature, Joel has pursued his love of letterforms and abstraction under the pseudonym Vans the Amiga for almost 3 decades. His work is heavily influenced by ancient scripts, architecture, engineering and pattern marking. And Joel's colourful creations can be found all over the globe and continue to tell local stories which highlight the individual's essence. Merit certificates in business, enterprise and technology will be presented by Lauren Teal, founder of boutique accounting firm The Real Teal. A chartered accountant with a passion for the arts, Lauren is on a mission to educate, empower and motivate creative small business owners. Lauren spent her early years in the accounting industry with KPMG Adelaide and founded her first company, a dance school, aged 22. She continues to contribute to the arts through her role as treasurer, board member and festival director of the Cabaret Fringe Festival. Merit certificates in the English and Languages Learning area will be presented by Dr. Lauren Butterworth, the host and producer of Deviant Women, a podcast that tells the stories of subversive, daring and outrageous women in history and mythology. The live storytelling enthusiast is a co-director of The Hearth, a live readings event in Adelaide. Dr. Butterworth also teaches academic writing at Flinders University. Merit certificates in health and physical education will be presented by Katie Sarah, manager and owner of Sarah Mountain Journeys. Katie is the first and currently only woman to complete the 7-7 challenge, climbing to the summits of the 7 tallest mountains and 7 tallest volcanoes on each of the world's 7 continents. Quite extraordinary. Katie plans to complete the Explorers Grand Slam in April 2020. She is chair of non-profit organisation Holiday Explorers, a board member of both the Guide Dogs of South Australia and the Northern Territory, and Guildhouse, and regularly volunteers in the Leukemia Foundation. Merit certificates in the humanities and social sciences learning areas will be presented by Zita Noor, the Chief Executive of Women's Legal Service South Australia. Zita has devoted her career to providing legal services to disadvantaged members of our community, particularly women and children experiencing family violence. She's a passionate advocate for young people from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds and was a founding member of Multicultural Youth SA. Zita was the first Sudanese woman to graduate from law in Australia and also the first female African Australian to stand for Federal Senate. Merit certificates in mathematics will be presented by Deb Woodard-Knight, mathematics teacher at Walford Anglican Girls' School. Deb has nearly 40 years of experience in mathematics education and was last year the recipient of the prestigious 2019 Choose Maths Outstanding Secondary Teacher Award. Deb also mentors colleagues and provides professional development to teachers in maths craft, as well as professional learning sessions to support her colleagues throughout the state. Dr. Daniel Floriani will present merit certificates for the research project learning area. Daniel is a co-founder of CyberOps, a defence, space, cyber and blockchain consulting company. He has over 25 years' experience in local and global positions in sales, business development, service and research and development. Daniel was involved in the Cisco space team putting the internet into space and is an expert at connecting diverse things to internet securely. Merit certificates for the research project were also to be presented by Cameron Johnson. Unfortunately, Cameron is ill today and was unable to join us, but he is also the founder of Praxis Aeronautics, and he began his career as a qualified shipwright and is now a recognised leader in advanced composite design and construction. We are really sorry that he's unable to be here, and he sends his sincere apologies to all the students. But we are delighted that Mr. Peter Press, member of the SACE board, but also the Chief Financial Officer of the University of South Australia, will step in and present the research project certificates. Thank you, Peter. Professor Joseph Getz will present merit certificates for the sciences and cross-disciplinary learning area. Joseph is the Channel 7 inaugural chair for the prevention of childhood disability at the University of Adelaide and the South Australian Health and Medical Research Institute. Joseph leads a comprehensive multidisciplinary research program that is focused on defining the origins and early diagnosis of childhood disability. And he has discovered and contributed to the discovery of more than 200 disease genes. Joseph was named South Australian Scientist of 2019. We are blessed that all of these people who will be presenting today live in South Australia, contribute to our economy and to our students. Do pay attention, because it is an important thing to have role models in our state, and I'm sure that in years to come some of you will be among some of our guest presenters. I would also like to thank our sponsors for their ongoing support of this celebration: the Adelaide City Council, Nippy's Fruit Juices and Santos Limited. And a special thanks to Brighton Secondary School, Marriotteville High School, Playford International College, Woodville High School and Wilderness School, whose students have so kindly provided the musical backdrop to our celebration today. I would also like to thank all of those who contribute to the organisation of the SACE Merit Ceremony, the very welcoming staff of Government House, my colleagues from the SACE board who are also assisting us today. It now gives me great pleasure to invite His Excellency, the Honourable Hugh Van Lay, Governor of South Australia, to speak to us and to present the Governor of South Australia Commendations. Please welcome His Excellency.
Well, good morning all. First of all, Minister for Education, the Honourable John Gardner, the Shadow Minister, Dr. Susan Close, Mr. Rick Pearce, the Chief Executive of Department of Education, Ms. Jane Danvers, the Presiding Member, and also Professor Martin Westfall, the CEO of the SACE Board of South Australia, all the hard-working teachers, head of schools, distinguished guests, and a special welcome to the merits recipients and their families. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land that we're gathering here this morning, the Kaurna people, and we respect their spiritual relationship with their country. And I thank Uncle Louis for his gracious welcome to the country. Well, my wife Lan and I welcome you all to Government House on this magnificent morning, and a very, very warm welcome to those who have travelled far to be here. It is inspiring to see so many young people who have excelled and are about to launch themselves into the next exciting phase of their lives. It is wonderful to be able to share this special moment with your family and your peers. Please accept our heartfelt congratulations on your achievements so far. You have shown great commitment to your studies and individual development. You have set goals, planned how to get there, and excelled. Today, I'm also pleased to present 26th Governor of South Australia Commendations Awards. These commendations recognise excellence in Year 12 SACE subjects and, in addition, the qualities that young people need for community life citizenship, and work. These commendations also acknowledge the Aboriginal student with the best overall performance in their SACE and the student with the best overall performance in their modified SACE studies. I am absolutely delighted to acknowledge that the record numbers of South Australian Aboriginal students have completed their SACE in 2019, 393 students, including 159 from the country areas. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe that education is a solid bedrock for the future, not only for an individual, but also for the nation, and indeed for the world at large. So to all the students, you are part of the today generation that have the exciting opportunity to help build our society into the future. You have successfully concluded one chapter of your lives, and more awaits you. Your school success has provided a firm foundation for you to become future leaders and shapers of our community. As I look across the seas of faces, I see all of you with very exciting futures. You will be in the position to bring changes for the better to our society and indeed to the world. So as you go about your lives and take each big step, never forget to always value life and humanity. Live your lives with a purpose and with a passion, and treat others in a spirit of friendship, respect, fairness, and compassion. Of course, there are many people who have been part of your journey. To all the parents, I would like to thank you for your support and guidance through the triumphs as well as the challenges. I acknowledge the enduring effort, patience, dedication, and unconditional love of all parents who have been supporting and nurturing our young people to reach this point in their lives. I also thank SACE Board and all the dedicated teachers and school leaders who have inspired our students to achieve their best. I thank you for the work that you do. I strongly believe that teaching is one of the society's most important professions, guiding and inspiring our future leaders. Recently, I was reading an article about a school in England doing remarkable things, and its motto is, work hard, be kind. I believe that's a message that can stand us all in a good stead for the future. Congratulations and thank you.
Your Excellency, I now have a great pleasure in presenting the students who are the recipients of the Governor of South Australia Commendation. I'm pleased to introduce Saim Aftab. Saim has achieved 5 merits in biology, chemistry, English, integrated learning and the research project. As part of his role as a prefect, Saim led the school's Council of International Mindedness, which encourages students to realise their potential as global citizens. He participated in the Asian Youth Forum and is also the lead organist in his church community. And I happen to know it's also Sam's birthday today. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Sam. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Jake Bastian. Jake has achieved 5 merits in biology, chemistry, English, nutrition and the research project. Jake is a keen sportsman, swimming at a national level for the past 5 years, and also a keen football player. Jake has been actively fundraising for the Salvation Army via its Red Shield appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Jake Bastian. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Hannah Brown. Hannah has achieved 4 merits in biology, solo performance, general mathematics and psychology. She was Deputy Head Prefect who interviewed former Governor-General, His Excellency General, the Honourable Sir Peter Cosgrove and Lady Cosgrove during their visit to the school. She has fundraised for Counts Council, Legacy and the Smith family, and has also been a long-standing volunteer at the Mary Magdalene Centre. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Hannah Brown. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Mackenzie Francis Brown. Through her schooling, Mackenzie has fundraised annually for Counts Council SA, raising over $12,000 through its biggest morning tea programme, and was made Counts Council Youth Ambassador. She also led a 6-week campaign to raise awareness and resources for Kickstart for Kids. Last year, Mackenzie was selected for the South Australian Women's Pathway rowing team. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Mackenzie Francis Brown. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Brodie Eckhart. Brodie has received 2 merits in mathematical methods and outdoor education and was a school captain who led a range of school events and sports programmes, including peer mentoring. He organised a whole-of-school event to raise awareness of motor neuron disease and to fundraise for research into the area. He also represents his school's soccer, volleyball and running team. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Brodie Eckhart. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Chloe Futcher. Chloe has received merits in biology, English and the research project. She mentored younger students as part of the Learning Assistance Programme for the past 2 years and an after-school tutor, helping Year 11 students with their maths and science subjects. Chloe was also the school's wellbeing leader and ran school charity events including Harmony Day. She's raised awareness of motor neuron disease. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Chloe Futcher. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Lachlan Gwyn. Lachlan overcame a serious car racing accident in April last year after his car rolled during a speedway race in Mildura. The school leader successfully kept up with his schoolwork as he recovered from severe back and ankle injuries. Lachlan was a positive role model to Year 7 students, many of whom are refugees from Afghanistan and Northern Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Lachlan Gwyn. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Ben Hurd. Ben has achieved 2 merits in mathematical methods and specialist mathematics. Ben led a fundraising drive for the Year 12 charity ball in aid of United Way SA, coordinating events such as a 24-hour ping-pongathon and a social media campaign, which raised a total of $1,100. Ben prepared for his Stage 2 mathematics exam in Year 11 by collecting over 100 past exams from Western Australia, New South Wales, Victoria and many schools in South Australia. He created a textbook-like topic summary resource that his maths teachers used to supplement revision programmes for other students. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Ben Hurd. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Emily Jamison. Emily has achieved 2 merits in biology and English literary studies. Emily was a head girl who's been a force for positive empowerment of young women through her addresses both at school and in the community. As a keen debater, Emily has enjoyed success at the highest level of the South Australian Debating Association's school competition and also finished 4th in the national competition, which is aimed at students who enjoy chemistry. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Emily Jamison. Your Excellency, I am pleased to introduce Jack Kelton. Jack was junior captain of the Glenelg Surf Lifesaving Club, who mentored young members and gained a host of qualifications. Jack excelled in mathematics and helped other students at the college. Jack and 2 of his friends set up a profitable small business designing and manufacturing products on his 3D printer. He plays AFL and also represented South Australia in American football. He volunteers with his grandparents at Vinnie's. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Jack Kelton. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Huele Tran. Hugh has received 1 merit in the research project. He's a talented mathematician who represented his school at the UniSA Maths Experience programme and was also part of the school's winning Math Olympic team. Hugh proactively sought work placement opportunities to help him towards his career goal of becoming a general practitioner, working in the biology labs at the University of Adelaide and completing the Playford Trust STEM internship at the Basil Hetzel Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Huele Tran. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Lucy Morville. Lucy has achieved 6 merits in biology, chemistry, English, mathematical methods, specialist maths and the research project. In Year 12, Lucy volunteered in a school-based programme where she visited a junior school class once a week. She provided support and friendship to the younger students to help them excel, both academically and socially. Lucy represented Australia in the Oceania Area Athletics Championships after gaining automatic qualification following her second-place finish in the 1,500 metre race at the Australian Athletics Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Lucy Morville. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Dante MacDonald. Dante has achieved 2 merits in English Literary Studies and Australian and International Politics. Dante is a member of the YMCA's SA Youth Parliament who worked with 16 to 25-year-olds to develop a bill related to accessibility in education. He took part in a high-level parliamentary debate on a wide range of bills covering areas such as sex education, national parks and drug safety. He also volunteered for The Line, a primary prevention behaviour change campaign that encourages 12 to 20-year-olds to develop healthy and equal relationships and to reject violence. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Dante MacDonald. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Huele Tran. Ria has achieved 3 merits in business and enterprise, English and the research project. She's an adept public speaker who has participated in mock trials, addressed school assemblies and governing council meetings. And she's also addressed Year 12 induction programmes and sports day presentations. She tutored 2 Year 12 interstate students via an online weekly classroom, and she is an active member of the Australian Air Force Cadets and Volunteers at the RSPCA. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Huele Tran. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Sophie Maenam. Sophie gave up her time to help others less fortunate in her community. She led the local soup kitchen, supported Fred's van, and was a member of the Young Christian Students Group. A passionate advocate for STEM, Sophie was the only female member in her F1 in Schools team that won state and national titles. Sophie is a member of the Surf Lifesaving at Moana Surf Lifesaving Club and a member of Hackham Scouts. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Sophie Maenam. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Charlotte Hope Hill Mosley. Charlotte has achieved 6 merits in chemistry, English literary studies, German continuous, music performance ensemble, modern history, and the research project. During Year 12, Charlotte was school captain, and together with her co-leaders, she was instrumental in establishing a community service programme partnering with the Vinnie's men's shelters to cook meals for the men each fortnight. She was also heavily involved in extracurricular activities, including a variety of music ensembles, as well as a lead role in the school musical and involvement in school sports teams. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Charlotte Hope Hill Mosley. Your Excellency, I am pleased to introduce Victoria Muller-Adelis. Victoria has achieved 3 merits in economics, legal studies and physical education. Victoria is an entrepreneur who has developed 2 businesses, a handmade jewellery and fashion business in Year 10 and the Mo Sister wine label in 2019, which is expected to be exported to 21 states in the United States. Victoria was the winner of the Australian Olympic Changemaker Award, which recognises students who demonstrate the Olympic spirit through leadership and driving positive change in their communities. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Victoria Muller-Adelis. Your Excellency, Maya Murali is our next commendation recipient. Maya has achieved 2 merits. Maya's absent. Apologies. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Archer Newton. Archer has achieved 4 merits in English, psychology, physics, and the research project. Entrepreneur Archer set up 3 concurrent online businesses connected with the children's game Minecraft, generating sufficient income to pay for school and to buy IT equipment worth $6,000. He volunteers at the Hampstead Rehabilitation Centre, working with the intellectually disabled, and is a young adult mentor at Rotary Morialta. Archer was lead guitarist in the school senior rock band and senior ensemble, and also participated in the National Youth Science Forum in Canberra. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Archer Newton. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Elijah Smith. Elijah has achieved a merit in society and culture. He balanced his subjects with helping to care for his father, who suffered a stroke in Year 9, and working in retail to supplement the family's income. He won numerous academic awards, including the Minister for Education's Children's Week Award for his outstanding contribution across the South Australian community. Elijah has aspirations to be involved in politics and has been a member of the Youth Parliament and State Coordinator at the SA Schools Constitutional Convention, and he has been a marshal at the Global Strike for Climate. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Elijah Smith. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Caitlyn Stalin. Caitlyn has achieved a merit in workplace practices. She was elected a school leader who provided leadership and mentoring to younger students through Year 9 and 10 camps. She represented her school in athletics events where she enjoyed considerable success. Caitlyn has been a member of the Edkin relay team and has been fully involved in school athletics and swimming carnivals. Caitlyn was accepted into the Kankathy Aboriginal Education Programme at the University of Adelaide and will be part of the Wilto Yolo programme when she begins her university studies. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Caitlyn Stalin. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Caitlyn Stockman. Caitlyn has played an active leadership role in her school and wider community. She's an accomplished netball umpire and a coach for 5 to 8-year-olds. Caitlyn has volunteered at local events such as the Borough Show and has been a judge and convener at the community's photography competition. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Caitlyn Stockman. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Ella Thorne. Ella has achieved 2 merits in psychology and the research project. She's an accomplished sportswoman and with a passion for physical activity and positive health outcomes. Outside of school, Ella has played netball for the community of Malala for 10 years, winning best and fairest and volunteering in the roles of scoring, timing, umpire and fundraising. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Ella Thorne. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Hilary Thursby. Hilary has achieved 2 merits in Ancient Studies and the Research Project. Hilary was the college's Justice Captain who demonstrated true care for others. She created over 200 shoeboxes of love after visiting every class in her school and encouraging students to donate essential toiletries and age-appropriate Christmas gifts. She led her school community to action for a coordinated winter appeal for Vinnies, organising a soup lunch, Live Below the Line, and 40-hour sacrifice and winter sleep-out events. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Hilary Thursby. Okay. Georgia Williams can't be with us today, but Georgia has dedicated herself to helping others, both within school and wider community. She has fundraised for Little Heroes Foundation and Still Aware, an organisation that raises awareness and research regarding stillbirths through a series of events including regular market stall at Stirling, weekly raffle tickets and selling baked goods and holding a bonfire night. She also hosted a Crazy Hair Day where she had her head shaved in front of a large audience and donated her hair for making wigs for children with cancer. Please, in her absence, join with me in congratulating Georgia. Your Excellency, I'm pleased to introduce Charlotte Zhang. Charlotte has achieved 6 merits in biology, Chinese continuous, solo performance, mathematical methods, specialist maths, and the research project. Charlotte represented at the National Youth Science Forum, a residential leadership programme for students interested in STEM. She achieved awards in a range of mathematics, physics and chemistry competitions, including the Australian Mathematics Competition, Physics Olympiad and the National Chemistry Quiz. She also plays piano weekly at aged care homes and hospitals for residents and patients. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate Charlotte Zhang. Your Excellency, it's now my pleasure to introduce Mitchell Odegard. Mitchell is the recipient of the 2019 Governor of South Australia Commendation Aboriginal Student SACE Excellence Award. We are honoured that His Excellency is presenting this significant award to the Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander student who achieved the best overall performance in the SACE last year. Mitchell is an inspiring Aboriginal student leader who is passionate about STEM. Mitchell received a standing ovation for his presentation on powerful learning at the 2018 Aboriginal Education Conference, where he highlighted that Aboriginal students should be brave and take any opportunity that comes their way. He chose to undertake more challenging SACE subjects to help him achieve his long-term career goal of becoming a civil engineer. Mitchell won the overall Year 11 award for the SASTA AFL Academy, and he will be Master of Ceremonies at the state's upcoming SASTA Awards. Please join me in congratulating Mitchell Odegard. Your Excellency, it's now my pleasure to introduce Jennifer Pritchard. Jennifer is the 2019 recipient of the Governor of South Australia Commendation Excellence in Modified SACE Award. Students studying modified subjects are able to achieve excellence in their SACE studies as they strive to achieve their individual goals. Jennifer plays an active role in her community. For the last 5 years, Jennifer has volunteered at Riverland CrossFit, assisting coaches to help clients improve mental, physical and personal health outcomes. She volunteered at Berry Primary School, working with students at Year 1 with their interactive play, their literacy and numeracy tasks, as well as working with patients as a volunteer at St Catherine's Aged Care Facility. Jennifer represented her school in basketball, swimming carnivals and cross-country tournaments. Please join me in congratulating Jennifer Pritchard. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of the 2019 Governor of South Australia Commendations. Thank you, Your Excellency, and Ms Danvers for presenting these awards. Please join me once again in congratulating all of the students who have received these prestigious awards. We now invite the Honourable John Gardner, Minister for Education, to present the Tennyson Medal. Please welcome the Minister.
Thank you very much, Martin. I'd like to begin by thanking Uncle Lewis for your welcome to your country, the land of the Gardner people. And I know that everybody here, the thousands of people here at Government House, share with me a respect for the spiritual relationship that your people have with this land. To our hosts, the Governor of South Australia, His Excellency, the Honourable Huele Tran and Mrs. Lay. Governor, you told us to work hard and be kind. And I can't think of a better motto for us all to contemplate as we go ahead in the year and as we be inspired by the young people whose achievements we celebrate today. To my parliamentary colleague, the Shadow Minister for Education, Dr. Susan Close, Jane Danvers and the SACE board team, to all of the leaders of educational sectors, educational stakeholder groups, the young people whose achievements we're celebrating today and their families, and everybody who is here to celebrate, to show their adulation for these young people and everything they represent. I want to talk a little bit about the cohort of students who did their SACE in 2019. We have just seen through the Governor's Commendations the sorts of community activities that these 26 fine young men and women have achieved throughout their year, and they are a representative sample of the many hundreds of other young students who are being recognised here today, and the thousands throughout South Australia. They're a group of people who have not only achieved outstanding academic achievements, but also contribute to their community in a wide range of ways. And this is the young people who we can be so inspired by going forward. We have in 2019 increasing numbers of students achieving their SACE, including increasing numbers of students from country South Australia, increasing numbers of Aboriginal students, increasing numbers of students with intellectual disabilities who are achieving their SACE. Each one of those numbers is a young person in our community whose life is making a difference in South Australia. But a special congratulations to the 892 students who received 1,151 subject merits in 2019. The vast majority of those students are here with us today. These outstanding results have been achieved while students have met rigorous assessment standards, as well as developing skills for work, for life, and for further learning. They come together today, poised for bright futures, and we all acknowledge their commitment and their achievement. Every one of them is to be commended, in particular for achieving their personal best. Now, the SACE board acknowledges the top student in a range of subjects with prizes made possible through various bequests over the years, and the one that it is my privilege, as it is the privilege of education ministers for over 100 years to be able to award, is the Tennyson Medal. I think it is one of the most distinguished English Literary Merit Awards in the country. For more than 100 years, Lord Tennyson, then Governor of South Australia, established the prize in 1900. The first prize was given to Emily Milvain Good in 1901. It is awarded to the student who achieves the highest mark in English literary studies, a subject that focuses on understanding of ourselves through literature and the ability to express ourselves through speaking and writing. It highlights the value of those skills, which are as important today as when it was first presented in 1901. The original intention behind the medal was described as to encourage the study of English literature among the rising generation of this colony, and in this proud state of South Australia, we maintain the value of those skills. I'm pleased to announce, that, and I'll talk a little bit about her achievements, I'm pleased to announce that this year's winner of the Tennyson Medal is Adela Teubner. She's 17, she lives in Torrens Park and attended Mitcham Girls High School, where she achieved 2 SACE subject merits in English Literary Studies and Visual Arts Art. She's always been passionate about English literature, and she said, "Reading and writing have been the centrepiece of my life. Even when I was little, I used to force my parents to read 10 books to me before I went to sleep." And there are thousands of parents in the grounds of Government House today who are reflecting on the joy that that must have brought Adela's parents. She said, "I have always loved reading. When I was 12 or 13, I read On the Road by Jack Kerouac. And through reading, I get a real sense of excitement and wanderlust from a range of different people and experiences. As an introverted child, reading was my way to escape and learn about the world," and how well she has done. She credits her success in English literary studies to her parents, Libby and Jonathan, who have every reason to be proud and who have also read an enormous number of books over the last 17 years. To her late grandfather, David Queel, and a range of English teachers throughout her schooling. And there are many English teachers with us today, and so this award also reflects their strong work. Her favourite text that she studied in English Literary Studies was Ariel by Sylvia Plath. Apart from English literary studies, Adela undertook all other subjects in 2019, visual arts, art, music studies, psychology and physics, and in 2018 undertook the research project B. She's provided advice for all of these students, the class of 2020. You have to have inner drive. You can be as smart as you want, but you won't succeed if you cannot see a reason to, or if someone tells you you have to succeed. You have to push yourself and have the motivation. This year she'll be studying a double Bachelor of Arts, advanced in English and Music at the University of Adelaide, hoping to work in classical music, composing experimental music or becoming a musicologist. She's dedicated the Tennyson Medal to her late maternal grandfather, David Queel, who sadly died last year after a short illness. She said, as a child, I went into his office and there were so many volumes of books and tons of books. One of the favourite books I read was a beautifully printed biography on Marie Curie. He sparked my interest in STEM and had encyclopedic knowledge. And when he was in hospital last year, we spoke about literature, often specifically about the poet Max Harris, who was also a former Tennyson Medal recipient. It was a very beautiful experience and very meaningful to me. Adela can't be with us today as she's taken the opportunity to be in the United States rather than in these beautiful grounds on this day. However, she is with us in spirit, and her English teacher, who obviously worked very hard last year, Ms. Sharon Clark, will accept the Tennyson Medal on Adela's behalf. For the cameras for whom we're recognising this for Adela, please join me in congratulating Ms. Clark and congratulating Adela.
Thank you, Minister, and congratulations to Adela. It's traditional at each year's merit ceremony that we invite one student to provide a response and speak on behalf of all SACE students. This invitation is equally extended to male and female students from each of the Catholic, government and independent school sectors. This year, we have invited Maya Rigney to give that response. Maya is studying a degree at occupational therapy at the University of South Australia. Please welcome Maya to the podium.
Nyaudiandu, Nyai, Maya Rigney, Naranjeri Mimini, Kungan Nakinyanan Ghana Yurta. Welcome and good morning. My name is Maya Rigney, a citizen of the Ngarrindjeri Nation. And as my cultural protocol requires, I begin this speech acknowledging that I listen, look, and speak today in the land, water, and sky of the Ghana people. I am also a citizen of South Australia and Australia. And so I acknowledge Your Excellency, Minister, Presiding Member, Chief Executive of the SACE Board, distinguished guests, school representatives, families, friends, and students. On behalf of everyone here this morning, I first want to take a brief moment to give thought to and acknowledge those affected by the bushfires across Australia, including parts of the Adelaide Hills and Kangaroo Island. Places fellow SACE students and graduates would call home. Heartfelt thanks and respect to the firefighters, emergency services, and the thousands of volunteers who gave of themselves to protect and support those affected. It is a great honour, and I feel privileged to have the opportunity to address today's gathering, to celebrate and congratulate the academic achievements of the SACE graduates of 2019. As I walked into the grounds of the Governor's residence this morning, a place located close to Tantanyawama, the Adelaide Oval, and surrounding grounds, and the Karawirapari, the River Torrens, I could feel the sense of excitement for this occasion. An excitement resonating through ourselves, our families, caregivers, and supporters, recognising and celebrating the hard work, achievement, and talents of the 2019 SACE graduates. I begin by congratulating my fellow Merit Ceremony awardees on their outstanding academic achievement. I also want to take a moment to recognise every student who successfully completed their SACE. And finally, most importantly, to acknowledge those students whose aspirations for their SACE in 2019 didn't quite work out the way they hoped they might. To those in such a situation, I say education and knowledge acquisition is a lifelong journey. Your futures are not solely determined by the results of 2019. And whether aspirations for our SACE were achieved or not, the measure of our character is how we respond to the next set of challenges that await, be they in returning to study, further study, employment, or another pathway. Our achievements are never made in isolation. I thank and acknowledge with gratitude our parents, caregivers, guardians, siblings, extended family and close friends for their love, care and support throughout not only 2019, but throughout our entire lives. I'd like to thank the staff of schools across South Australia, from our school principals, academic leaders and teachers, especially those we work closely with during our SACE years, to the education support officers and school administrators, all of whom touched our lives in small and large ways during our schooling journey. To the SACE board and its staff, I express appreciation from the class of 2019. The structure of the South Australian Certificate of Education allows for a great deal of flexibility, which caters for a vast array of diversity in student interest within and between subjects. The capacity to explore individual interests and passions within a system that is necessarily designed collectively for all South Australian students is no easy challenge. From a personal perspective, as an Aboriginal person, I know I took every opportunity I could to see myself in the curriculum and in the knowledge and ideas I was both encountering and producing. In finishing, I return to where I began, once again congratulating my fellow graduates. We have been enormously privileged to have had the opportunity to understand and engage with the world around us through our educational experiences. With education comes personal and community responsibility. And so I conclude with the words of Brazilian educator Paulo Freire. Education either functions as an instrument which is used to facilitate integration of the younger generation into the logic of the present system and bring about conformity, or it becomes a practice of freedom, the means by which men and women deal critically and creatively with reality and discover how to participate in the transformation of the world. Thank you.
Maya, thank you so much for writing and sharing those words with us. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, I will ask everyone to stand for the departure of the official party. The Governor of South Australia Commendation recipients, I'll ask you to follow the official party over to the formal photograph area. We ask students who are receiving one subject merit to make their way to the learning area marquees. For those students who are receiving a merit in the research project, please head over to the research project tent rather than the cross-disciplinary and sciences tent, so to the research project tent. We ask students who are receiving 5, 4, 3 and 2 subject merits to remain in this marquee for the presentation of your certificates. Thank you everyone for being here this morning to share in celebrating our students' successes in their SACE studies. May I ask everyone to please stand for the departure of the official party. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please be seated. We will now take a few minutes to reset for the next stage of the awards as our Merit Award recipients follow the official party. So just once again, once they've finished, students receiving one subject merit, please ask your guests to accompany you now to the relevant tents. All right, students, those remaining in here are the recipients of the 5, 4, 3 and 2 Merit Award certificates. If you would like to sit forward in the front seats, you are more than welcome to do that now. And if parents want to reset closer to the stage, I can see you've already done that. Thank you. Sometimes I can't see past anyone who picks up. All right, good morning again, Merit Award recipients. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the presentation of the multiple subject merits this morning. In a few minutes, we'll be introducing the students who have received 5, 4, 3 and 2 5, 4 and 3 subject merits. Following these two groups of outstanding achievements, we'll have a brief break and then we'll ask that the students who are receiving 2 Merit Awards remain in their seats while the others who have already received their certificates can move on and enjoy the delights of the Government House grounds. As you know, we'll also invite the parents of the students receiving 2 merits to reset as well, and they come up to the front. It is now my great pleasure to welcome Professor Martin Westfall again, the Chief Executive of the SACE Board, to present the students to Ms Jane Danvers, the presiding member of the SACE Board. Please welcome Professor Westfall.
Thanks Pam. We have one more student who has achieved 5 SACE merits in 5 SACE subjects. Ms Danvers, I'm pleased to introduce Seis Pereira, with merits in biology, chemistry, physics, music performance ensemble and music performance solo. Ladies I'm now pleased to introduce the students who have achieved merits in 4 SACE subjects. Please would you reserve your applause until all the students have been introduced. Ms Danvers, I'm pleased to introduce Nell Beasley with merits in English Literary Studies, General Mathematics, Psychology and Research Project B. Alexander Giannopoulos with merits in Psychology, Mathematical Methods, Physics and Research Project B. Yash Giri has merits in Biology, Chemistry, Specialist Mathematics and Economics. Samantha Horbelt has merits in Chemistry, English, Mathematical Methods and Psychology. Benjamin Kleinig, Chemistry, Mathematical Methods, Physics and Specialist Maths. This is Sophia Clem. She has merits in Business and Enterprise, Legal Studies, General Mathematics and Modern History. And Akanksha Mahajan has merits in Biology, Chemistry, Mathematical Methods and Physics. Ms Danvers, this is Benjamin McAdams. He has merits in Economics, English Literary Studies, Legal Studies and General Mathematics. And Imogen Power has merits in Biology, English Literary Studies, Legal Studies and Nutrition. Mitchell Richardson with merits in Chemistry, Mathematical Methods, Physics and Research Project B. And Angus Ritosa with merits in Chemistry, Mathematical Methods, Specialist Mathematics and Physics. And Alana Stone with merits in Legal Studies, Modern History, Integrated Learning A and Research Project B. And that concludes the presentation of the 4 subject merits. Please join me in congratulating the students. I'm now pleased to introduce the students who have achieved merits in 3 SACE subjects. Again, we ask you to reserve your applause until all the students have been introduced. Ms Danvers, I'm pleased to introduce Francesca Siek with merits in Biology, Chemistry and English. Caitlyn Driscoll has merits in Music Explorations, Psychology and Research Project B. Hayley Foles has merits in English, General Mathematics and Nutrition. Betesh Golshani has merits in Chemistry, Specialist Mathematics and Physics. Sophie Habel has merits in Legal Studies, General Mathematics and Modern History. Madison Hornibrook has merits in Business and Enterprise, General Mathematics and English Literary Studies. Pansuja Jayasekara has merits in General Mathematics, Workplace Practices and English as an additional language. Madison Kammerman has merits in English, general mathematics and tourism. Pleased to introduce Stephanie Lamb. Stephanie has merits in mathematical methods, chemistry and biology. Ben J.O. Lin with merits in chemistry, physics and research project B. Danvers, this is Harriet Lowe. Harriet has merits in biology, geography and general mathematics. This is Charlotte Mackenzie. Charlotte's earned merits in biology, mathematical methods and specialist mathematics. And Trishna Menon. Trishna has merits in psychology, integrated learning A and research project B. Michelle Newman with merits in French continuous, general mathematics and philosophy. This is Honor Nottle. Honor has merits in chemistry, English literary studies and modern history. Pleased to introduce Benjamin Ransom with merits in chemistry, physics and research project B. And we welcome back Maya Rigney. Maya has merits in English, research project B and society and culture. And Annabelle Simpson. Annabelle has earned merits in English, psychology and research project B. And Lakshi Sukeya. Lakshi has merits in chemistry, biology and general mathematics. And this is Jake Tattarelli with merits in accounting, biology and chemistry. Pleased to introduce Harry Werner with merits in Communication Products 1, English Literary Studies and Psychology. And this is Henrietta Walters. Henrietta has merits in drama, research project B and workplace practices. And Nina Wilcock has merits in drama, ancient studies and society and culture. Please congratulate all of the students who have received 3 subject merits. Okay, so we now ask those students and their guests who have just received their subject merits to take leave and to visit other parts of the grounds and enjoy the hospitality of Government House. And I invite parents and guests of students who will receive 2 subject merits to come into the seating areas that are close to the stage.
So who was the first one? I'm going from the top, sorry. Right. B, then a B,
She's
Button, Samuel. Missing B.
Like me. I think I remember I got 3 minutes.
Yeah. We're about the same. Are you at the same area? St. Paul's, yeah. Our school fees were high, effectively. Wow. I remember the teacher.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm pleased to now introduce the students who have achieved subject merits in 2 SACE subjects. Again, may I ask you to reserve your applause until all the students have been introduced. Miss Danvers. I'll just check we've got our students. We need the students. Ms Danvers, I'm pleased to introduce Minara Binali Abikun Mudian Salaraj with merits in English as an additional language and Sinhala continuous. Jonathan Adams has merits in mathematical methods and physics. This is Madison Anning. Madison has earned merits in Research Project B and Tourism. And Nikki Ao with merits in Biology and Chemistry. Caitlyn Atkins has earned merits in Modern History and Specialist Mathematics. Danielle Bailey with merits in Psychology and Biology. Christine Biju has merits in Research Project B and Religion Studies. Halle Birdseye with merits in General Mathematics and Psychology. This is Leo Bally-Schubert with merits in mathematical methods and specialist mathematics. I'd like to present Elise Butson. Elise has merits in English and Research Project B. This is Zoe. Zoe Buttery has merits in General Mathematics and Psychology. And Samuel Button has merits in English Literary Studies and Psychology. And can I introduce Hannah Carter with merits in English and Health. And Carla Caravolo. Sorry. Carla has merits in chemistry and religion studies. And Hayley Chapman with merits in psychology and Research Project B. This is Olivia Christie. Olivia has merits in English Literary Studies and Ancient Studies. And this is Paige Cowles. She has earned merits in Modern History and Music Performance Ensemble. Pleased to introduce Alice Coxon. Alice has merits in Child Studies and Food and Hospitality. This is William Edward Davies. William has merits in Mathematical Methods and Specialist Mathematics. Pleased to introduce Tasman Dixon with merits in Modern History and Visual Arts Art. Mitchell Dunn has merits in Business and Enterprise and General Mathematics. This is Giovanni Elias. Giovanni has merits in Research Project B and General Mathematics. I'd like to introduce Madison Fallon with merits in Business and Enterprise and Child Studies. Charlotte Farmer has successfully earned merits in Women's Studies and Workplace Practices. Caleb Farnworth with his merits in English and General Mathematics. This is Charlotte Folland with merits in Systems and Control Products 2 and Visual Arts Art. Connor Fife celebrates his merits in Mathematical Methods and Physics. This is Valerie G. Valerie has merits in English and Research Project B. This is Kush Mehar Goyal with his merits in Modern History and Music Performance Solo. William Groh celebrates his merits in Mathematical Methods and Specialist Mathematics. Mitchell Guidera with merits in Mathematical Methods and Specialist Mathematics. This is Silas Hanch-Mayer with his merits in Chemistry and Mathematical Methods. I'd like to introduce Francie Heinsohn with her merits in Modern History and Society and Culture. And Georgia Henderson has merits in Essential Mathematics and Research Project A.
Sure, thank you.
Abby Hollenby. Abby has merits in Modern History and English Literary Studies. I'd like to introduce Tiffany Hong. Tiffany has earned merits in Mathematical Methods and Physics. And Lauren Hoppe with merits in English and General Mathematics. This is Caitlyn. Caitlyn Howard has earned merits in Chemistry and English. I'd like to welcome William. William Hunter has merits in Creative Arts and Research Project B. Christian Jones with his merits in English and Religion Studies. And June Cam celebrates her merits in Psychology and English Literary Studies. Maya Khan with her merits in English and Research Project B. And Zaina Khan with her merits in English Literary Studies and General Mathematics. And this is Diem Nok Fan, or Cindy Q, with her merits in English Literary Studies and Chemistry. Poppy Kerwin celebrates her merits in English Literary Studies and Drama. We welcome Lucy Knight with her merits in Research Project B and Biology. And Claudia Kirshner with her merits in English and Visual Arts Art. Jonathan Lamb has been successful with his merits in Workplace Practices and Essential Mathematics. Pleased to introduce Serena Lang. Serena has merits in Psychology and Research Project B. Felicity Lee with her merits in English and Research Project B. And Jack Lee. Jack has merits in English and Economics. This is Isabella. Isabella Rochelle Lehman with her merits in English and Physical Education. And Antonina Lynn with her merits in Chemistry and Physics. Good. And Ayush Lohana. Ayush has merits in Business and Enterprise and Research Project B. Samuel Lovett. Samuel has merits in Chemistry and Mathematical Methods. I'm pleased to present Anshul Luthra with merits in Communication Products 2 and Visual Arts Design. Toby Makarath. Toby's been successful with merits in English and Modern History. Rima Madaki. Rima's had merits in English and Geography. Pleased to introduce Milena Mavrakis. Milena has merits in Legal Studies and General Mathematics. Luca Matteo with his merits in English and General Mathematics. Lalam Nugent with merits in English Literary Studies and General Mathematics. I'm pleased to introduce Juliet Palm. Juliet has merits in English and Integrated Learning A. This is Thomas Panayaris. Thomas has merits in Chemistry and Mathematical Methods. Georgian Papic with his merits in Health and Religion Studies. This is Jade. Jade Pearson Mackenzie. Jade has merits in Scientific Studies and Research Project B. Matthew Penhall celebrates his merits in Physics and Mathematical Methods. I'm pleased to introduce Rose Pittman. Rose has merits in English and Business and Enterprise. Here's Sam Potter. Sam has merits in Accounting and Chemistry. And Shea Quadras with her merits in General Mathematics and Psychology. This is Luke Quinlan. Luke has merits in Communication in the Community and Science Technology in the Community. I'm pleased to introduce Thomas Roberts. Thomas has merits in General Mathematics and Material Products 2. Olivia Robinson has merits in Biology and Psychology. Tess Rutherford with merits in English Literary Studies and General Mathematics. Nahiba Salha has merits in Chemistry and English. This is Jasmine Sander. Jasmine has merits in General Mathematics and Research Project B. Pleased to welcome Lydia. This is Lydia Sanders with her merits in Agricultural Production and General Mathematics. This is Aidan Scipione with his merits in Physical Education and Psychology. And Oliver Sarnier. Oliver has merits in Research Project B and Religion Studies. Prashana Singh. Prashana has merits in chemistry and English. Blake Soroka with his merits in Business and Enterprise and Material Products 1. We welcome Kaylee Stevens. Kaylee has merits in Drama and English Literary Studies. Wonbin Sun has merits in Physics and Research Project B. And Samantha Takacs with her merits in Material Products 2 and Visual Arts Design. And this is Lal Thang with her merits in Integrated Learning A and Research Project B. We welcome Martina Theodora Kakos with her merits in Geography and Research Project B. And Ricky Theodora Kakos with her merits in English Literary Studies and Modern History. This is Georgia Thorpe with merits in Biology and English. We welcome Sophie. This is Sophie Treasure. She has merits in Women's Studies and Integrated Learning A. Gemma Weiss. Gemma's earned merits in General Mathematics and English. This is Laura Weenan. Laura has merits in Psychology and Research Project B. We welcome Sienna Zealand with her merits in General Mathematics and Business and Enterprise. Ebony. This is Ebony Brown. Ebony has merits in English Visual Art and Art. This is Anna B, with merits in Psychology and Health. This is Daniela Medina Flores with merits in Material Products and Research Project B. Grace, I don't know what happened there, but this is Grace Roberts. Grace has achieved merits in Biology and Chemistry. Please congratulate all the students who have received 2 subject merits. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending today's ceremony and for helping to make this a very special occasion for the young people who have achieved excellence in their SACE. Thank you, everyone.